ça va nous, mes chers citoyens, ça gagne, ça va dire. On voulait aller de toute la pointe, on a pris une commune, qui fait un ami, c'est le passion, c'est le son de la mer. La justice toujours pressée, vous avez l'exemple sous la règle. Mais bien fait à principe, si le boulot léché, le vivant est d'y aller. Soyons pas négociés, et ici là, à plus pour payer, nous allons manger.
Hello?
We're hearing my brother's here now. No.
Bonjour, nous, quelque chose côté sur la planète là. Nous, c'est Radio VIP depuis Los Angeles Cabinet avec Haiti Solution. Haiti Solution, c'est un show qui passe chaque samedi de 5h à Aix, comme on peut dire. Jodiya, nous saluons tous les amis New York, Jojo Paris, comme toujours, Régine Paris, comme toujours, nous gagnons Californie, JP Bollier, nous gagnons Kessler Gessi qui nous en Florida. Nous saluons tous les amis, Jacques Nel à Paris, tout côté mes amis qui nous ont branché. C'est Haiti Solution privée. Haiti Solution avec problème toute la journée, mais nous venons avec solution problème. Today, jeudi, nous allons présenter un show parce que nous avons un guest jeudi, nous avons invité. Et invité ça, c'est Amour, Delus, avec Jodiya Delus et Glyn Delus. Du côté Florida et qui n'a choisi je dire et qui parle de bail qui est très important avec la communauté haïtienne non je dis nous obligés différents nous parlons tellement politique je dis on plus parler de foundation ça de Monique Woolley Foundation nous allons parler avec nous là très important Amour va tellement fort en créole malgré Glyn avec Jodiya qui parler créole, mais en tout cas, on va introduire Amour quand même en anglais. Amour, you're welcome to the show. And
yes.
It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you very much. I appreciate it.
It's a
Hello,
pleasure.
hello.
It's a pleasure to have you. And Amour, you from Los Angeles, also from Haiti, Los Angeles, and that's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Yes, I am a Haitian. Parler Creole, Creole langue compagnie. So I prefer to speak English, but I was born in Haiti, and I'm very proud to be Haitian. And I am here today, and I thank you so very much for allowing me to share this moment with the Haitian community, which means a great deal to me. I am launching a nonprofit organization in memory of my daughter, who passed away 6 years ago. She committed suicide during depression. And with that being said, I want to give back to the community, and by doing that, I have created a platform for suicide survivors to share their stories. I speak various languages, but suicide is not one of them. So with that being said, it's important that we share our stories. It's important that we let the people know that they're not alone. And yes, you're absolutely correct. It is very important that we talk about this subject of depression and suicide. A lot of people want to put it under sweep it under the rug, but it is a hard conversation, and it's a conversation that we all need to have because it happens to the very best of us, here in Los Angeles, in the United States, and also in Haiti, and all over the world. It exists, and it's something that we have to bring about awareness and bring more resources so that people can get the help that they need.
Very good. The Monique Woolley Foundation, is that based in Los Angeles, or do you have any other branches of other organization or connected to any other organization that do the same?
My goal is to have it internationally, but right now we're launching it. We have a gala, and the gala is basically just like a big party, so to speak, in announcing the Monique Woolley Foundation. Hashtag when feeling blue, think yellow is the full name of the organization. And the gala is being held on August 7th, which we'll be launching it. And we invited a lot of friends and family and sponsors, and this is where the community, the Haitian community, I'm inviting to come in to donate. We can't do it alone. It's going to take a village, and by that I mean that we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So anyone who gives to our organization, the IRS gives them their money back at the end of the year, so which is a good thing because you give and you get some in return.
Very good. The Monique Woolley organization, or plutôt, or the 501c3 organization, is it something that I know it's for raising awareness for people who have like depression and stuff like that. But do you have a target, like who you target to get to that awareness?
Well,
is it youngest? Is it the oldest? So who?
It's the millennium. Let's talk about the millennium, and let's talk about the younger generations. It hits everyone, but we have to target to one particular area, and that's basically what I'm targeting on, because that's the age range that my daughter was in. She expressed that she went through the various depression, and it's understanding that the people of her era are those same people who are experiencing it more so today, especially with the COVID and the pandemic and everything that's happening. It's causing more people to feel that they are not worthy, and our mental health matters. I know that there's a saying that says, Black Lives Matter, but our mental health matters as well. It's just as important as anything else. It's not like it, they can snap out of it. Most people say, oh, well, if you have cancer, of course, they're very sympathetic. They go to the doctors, and the doctors have a cure for their treatment. But if someone says that they have depression, people often say, which is wrong, oh, snap out of it. You know what I mean? But it's not. Depression is the illness of the brain. And there should be more studies of that. And one of the things I want to change with the Monique Woolley Foundation is that we want to be able to see that when those go to the doctors to be examined on a yearly examination, let that be the mental health be that part where they be tested for that as well. And I think that that's very important.
Is there anything that Aileen wanted to add?
Yeah, I think they can say anything they want in Creole.
Aileen, you're welcome. Nous parlons plus par les créoles. Sauf ajouter sur ça. Oh, ok. Les dit tout.
Monique Woolley, il réalisait que dépression, son maladie mentale, c'est en réalité lié. Maladie mentale, ça crée des dépressions.
Ok.
Parce que, on qui a des dépressions, il va pas de support en rien. C'est ça qu'elle ouvre l'organisation pour nous garder pour nous garder support. Et les bails de l'autre support avec docteur, psychiatre, et l'autre monde tout pour sentir pour contrôler le consentir de dépression ou sinon il y a tendance pour qu'on qui passe ça. En réalité, dépression sont une grosse maladie parce que mon là avec vous, parents toujours à baigner que si on est malade, ou même quand on est petit malade, et même tout petit, il va gagner. Là, on va passer le sang et réaliser vraiment que petit là est malade. Alors, c'est ça que fait Amour fait organisation pour tout le monde ça au support, éducation, tout nourriture. Pour le faire parler avec eux, pour ne pas sentir pour contrôler, pour sentir au bon monde avec eux, pour sentir le bon support, c'est ça que fait l'organisation. Parce que c'est la réalité, parce que le monde n'a pas de support de personne.
Est-ce qu'on pensait que si tu as un support ça et ça fait différence, peut-être nous n'avons pas perdu Monique?
Il a fait une grande différence parce que là, ça arrivait à tout le monde saisi parce que pas comme si c'était malade vraiment.
Ok.
Donc, on dit, ouais, la slow down, je comprends son fait, mais c'est pas ton fait. Parce que, si on et pendier, c'est beau bagage.
Ok. On connaît que c'est un combat qui est très regrettable, mais est-ce que nous, pas de gens, n'avons aucune idée de maladie ça avant? Peut-être nous sommes capables nous-mêmes faire différence dans le traitement et nous sommes Monique.
Oui, nous sommes toujours dans des dépressions, nous ne pouvons jamais faire ça importance. Nous ne pouvons jamais vous prenez des gens dans des dépressions, ils restent dans la chambre, ils ne peuvent jamais sortir, ils mangent dans la chambre, ils ont tout ça qui est en dedans. Ok? Tout le bagage pour lui, il se n'a pas. Est-ce que vous comprenez? Cela veut dire personne ne peut vraiment ouais, réalité a vraiment que maladie, ça sont maladies mentales liées.
Okay. This question is for Amour. Amour, what is it depression in this case, in this particular case. So what it does, what is the symptom?
The symptoms for a depression would be someone who is withdrawn, and it's for that reason that it's important that we check up on our loved ones. You know what I mean? The different behaviors in one. You know what I mean? They're withdrawn. They don't want to eat. They're sad, and there is a difference between being sad. You know what I mean, and being depressed. You know, and that's something that people have to be able to differentiate. But I really do think that there need to be more awareness. Definitely, without a doubt, for the very symptoms, because each person is different. You know what I mean? Everyone have their own experiences. And the most important thing that we as a family can do is understand that it's okay to not to be okay.
What?
You know what I mean? And
Go ahead.
I'll say it again. It's okay not to be okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you.
A lot of people put pressure on someone, and if you ask someone how they doing, they say, "Oh, I'm okay," but it's sometimes they're not okay. And we have to give them permission and allow them to feel the way they feel, you know what I'm saying, and respect those feelings. And a lot of times, Gary, I feel that, and B, that I've interviewed quite a few survivors, and there are quite a few survivors on my show, and if you go to the Monique Woolley Foundation website and go to the real life stories, you'll be able to see it, and so as your listeners be able to read and to view some of the stories that already have been said. But a lot of times, most of the people want to be listened. They want to be considered that they're worthy. You know, if someone would listen to them. The families need to learn that they need to listen, and also to just be aware of the different things that can be led to depression. It's just not one thing, you know. It might be that someone got raped. It might be that someone got molested. It might be that someone, just lost a pet. Someone got a divorce. You know, it might be that their boyfriend left them. It might be. It all depends on the triggers, and everyone has their different triggers that get them to a point where they're in a dark place, you know. But what I do find personally for myself, and I haven't gotten to that place, but I am a woman of God, and I trust the Lord, and I know that, you know, if you have a higher power, and a lot of people call it the universe and the higher power or whatever, I call it God because that's what it is. Help me to stay focused and to really just know what it is that I'm doing going forward with this nonprofit organization.
What in one case, it's hard for you to know what was causing that depression.
Not to go so much deeply into the exact thing, but no, we were aware, okay, because we did had some doctors who can who evaluated my daughter, but I guess at some point, you know, the mind and the disease, because it is a disease, you know what I mean, took over. It got greater than what she expected, and felt that she would rather not take herself out of the equation. But and it's for that reason, and more so, that I'm an advocate for depression and mental illnesses and suicide, because there is a second way. You know, suicide is not the answer, and suicide is all of our business.
Okay.
You know, these are tough conversations, but we need to have them.
Is that depression? The kind of depression is that. Does that affect black people more than white people? You don't know?
Well, statistics shown is that it is really high in the Afro-American community, but it's not prejudice, honey. Depression is not prejudice. It gets everyone. We have children as young as 6 years old taking their life because they're being bullied, they're being depressed, and they feel like they're not worthy of, and things like that. And these need to change. These matters need to change, definitely, without a doubt. But I do know that if we come together, we can make a big difference. And it's for that reason why I'm reaching out to the Haitian community. I'm reaching out to the deaf community because I'm part of the deaf community. And we're, and coming together and realizing that we as a people, okay, should change that paradigm. We should change, the way that we treat someone because they say, I have mental illness. That should be respected.
Let me.
When you are avec génération ça, yo pas même des conversations avec parents yo, tout le temps yo dans téléphone, you know.
Okay.
Computer.
Okay.
Pas de conversation, pas de rien. Ou pas connaître qui ça qui on a fait. Ou pas ça qui passe dans le monde. Yo pas de conversation, pas de communication. Non, avec ma ça même.
Okay. Okay.
En tout cas,
okay.
C'était pas yo doit ti moun nan pas lavel, je entendais ou si on la pas lavel, faut entendre qui ça dit que ça va raconter.
Très bien. Très bien. Let me introduce Joubert Delus. Joubert, où là? Oh, ok. Vous pouvez participer avec nous, non? Vous pas de moyens? Ok, on va conduire. Eh bien, ok, je devrais vous ajouter quelque chose parce que vous l'avez tout, on est sur un tour, parce que je devais saluer vous directement. En tout cas, on va conduire, il n'y a pas de problème.
Oui, je ne connais exactement à quelle heure.
Ok, pas de problème. Amour, what do you want to add?
Yeah. Well, basically, I want to say to the Haitian community, and I thank you so very much, Gary, for even putting us up and bringing that mental health is all about business, okay, and it is a fight. It's a fight that we can win. You know what I mean? Suicide is not the answer, okay, and I do understand that most people don't even can really fathom, losing a child. We as a parent, we want to be buried. We don't want we don't want to bury our children. But it is important that we give a voice. We give a voice to the voiceless, okay? And our organization, we invite the people who to share their stories, and because it's important. Everyone has a story, and I think that every story deserves to be heard. And we have a listening ear. We have a listening ear here at the Monique Woolley Foundation, and everyone has the privilege to have a support system, and it's important that we give the people support, you know what I mean, and create a safe place. And my goal, my whole mission on creating the Monique Woolley Foundation is to create a safe place for those who are going through, and even for the families, because the families don't even know how to react. But we will have a safe haven. We will create a safe haven. We will have the various resources. They will be conducted by professionals, licensed professionals, that are going to make a better place for them to deal with the situation at hand. When
depression reach a level, how do you deal with a suicidal child?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
How do you deal with a suicidal child? So I do deal with that. I do deal with this because it's hard for you to know and then this is something. It's a depression. We don't even know the level of it, of that depression. So how do you deal with it? How do you know when it's suicidal or not? Ça veut dire comment on fait connaître lorsque si nous arrivons dans une dépression, il est arrivé à un point pour tuer tête. Ok. Ok. Ok.
Ok.
Ok.
Etc. Oui. Pour ça, ouais, pour ça, ouais, qui compte lié. Non, non, parce que des fois, on n'a pas la bonne, la pas, on cherche pas les métiers qui va là.
Okay. Okay. This is how you recognize. This is how you recognize that the person is probably suicidal.
Okay, good. I'm sorry.
You know?
Yes.
I thought somebody else was gonna say something. It's not like this cut and dry kind of solution that I can give you that one can understand the mind of someone who at a point in their life they decided, you know what, I've decided I don't want to live anymore. I'm gonna take my life. That person has a history of events that have happened to them to get them to a point where they feel like they need to expire. But there is help out there. There's medication out there. And it's important for them to be able to go to the physician, to go to the doctor and be diagnosed. But the thing of it is that today's society, we have a stigma and that stigma needs to stop. And by that I mean a lot of people don't want to go to the doctors because first of all, they be called crazy, they be called unfit and everything like that. But you know, when you go down to the doctors and tell them that you have cancer, you don't tell them that they're crazy. You don't tell them that they this and that. You don't demean a person. That needs to change, and it's for that reason why I feel like there need to be more studies on these on mental health. Mental health needs to be a priority. It needs to be a priority. And I'll say it again. It needs to be the priority of all of our leaders that we elect in office, because we here in the United States, so we elect people to go to office. They need to have that before them and make that a ballot to understand more about mental health and make mental health one of the priorities so that we can save the life of our people.
I think
it's an illness that's killing us. It's killing our loved ones. And my goal, and if I may live another good 40 years, this is bigger than me, so it's going to outlive me. We're going to make a difference.
I hope the Monique Foundation makes a difference, because this is very important to the community, first of all, and then I think everyone who's listening will take that into account and then check with or go. Let me ask you this: how much money is going to be for people to participate in this?
Well, it's a donation. Okay, so we have packages prepared for those who are interested into giving. We have the website. The website is the THEMOWOOLLEY Foundation. Okay, that's FOUNDATION.org. That's our website. You can go there and give your donation. And we appreciate that, and that does make a difference, because, like I said, it's going to take a village, and it's going to take people donating and having the heart to want to make a difference. And so, yes, we do appreciate that they do that. And if anyone wants to communicate with me, they can email me at the moniquewoolley.foundation@yahoo.com. Okay? Our number. Yeah. Our number is 213-282-5555. 0657. Anyone can call, and if they're seeking the help, and if we can do what we can do, we would give reference and to their need. Because what we do, we give a process, and we understand where they at, because there's some people that have for long, and we can't help them. Those are but if we can nip it in the bud, and if we can save one person, I think then the Monique Woolley Foundation would have done what we intended to do, outside of just loving people and letting them know that they're not alone, and sharing their stories of importance. That's the beginning of their healing.
Amour, it's a pleasure to have you today, and I don't know if Edwin want to add something, because we're about to finish that part of the interview, and then I'll give it on a chance to Edwin to say last thing.
Okay.
Edwin, entendez?
Oui, me donne là, oui.
Non, tout le monde dit son dernier mot parce que nous allons le faire maintenant.
Avec moi. M'apprécier ça en pile pour tout le monde qui attendait. M'apprécier ça que comme Garine Bay Foundation, so, yo ka contacter Garine, il va numéro au téléphone, alors m'a remercier tout le monde qui t'attendait. Merci beaucoup.
Okay, merci. Garine,
Yes.
again, you want to have the last word, and I recommend everybody to participate in this and to go to that gala and donate to the Monique Woolley Foundation. And last words from you for today.
Okay. I just want to tell everyone that their mental health matters, and a lot of us won't admit it, but in our little own self, we have a little bit of something that's going within us, and that little something need to be evaluated and bring forth. So speaking on it and not breaking the silence. So I really appreciate you guys listening. Again, we also having the gala. The gala is August 7th. So if you're interested in coming, by all means, please email me. And there's a few more seats left. We'd love to have the pleasure of your company. And again, Gary, thank you so very much for taking the time for spreading the word. You know what I mean? I invite everyone who will be listening to the broadcast, if you can just put it on your social media, put it on your Facebook and your Instagram, and just spread the word, you know what I mean? Because it's going to take a village. I can't do it alone, but with your help, we can make this happen.
I agree. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Gary.
Bye-bye.
pas envie, ou qui vient me faire. Souhait me connaître, c'est la ma famille. J'en ai joué à c'est nous tous c'est vrai.
Haiti Solution, on a fini Jodiya. On a parlé de Monique Foundation, Monique Woolley Foundation, qui a parlé vraiment de santé mentale. Côté que le monde qui est en dépression, tuer quelque chose que tout le monde regrette, ça laisse arriver. C'est ça, tout ça pour Jodiya. Nous avons quitté pour Jodiya demain si Dieu veut, l'autre samedi si Dieu veut. Nous sommes avec l'autre show. Bonsoir.